Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want to talk to you today about a new club that that will allow students to do book talks and to make book trailers. My name is Anna Coronado and I'm the librarian here at Miller Elementary. So what are book talks and book trailers? Well, they're short presentations about a book a student has read. The goal is to try to convince others to read the book, and they're kind of like commercials for the books. It's not a book report because it's not expository. It's more persuasive, and sometimes they last about 2 to 5 minutes. They're really short. Sometimes they're even less than that. I've linked some examples right here for you. So this is a little girl who did a book
Hi, my name
a book
is
talk
Jackie,
actually.
and I'm from Stone Middle School. Today's book talk
And I will share the presentation with you, and so that you can watch these. There's also a book trailer about the book Wonder. So I will share the presentation so that you can see what these are. The goals and the objectives of this program is to promote reading, to help students become lifelong readers, help students find the right books for them, and then also to help them select books that they might not usually consider reading, like different genres by different authors, because sometimes kids, they find an author they like and they kind of want to stick to that author and the books that they write, or they might find a genre they like for example graphic novels. Some kids, that's all they want to read are graphic novels, which is totally okay, but they need to be exposed to other types of books, maybe like a nonfiction book, or a book that's written in poetry form. So the budget that I'm asking for comes out to about a total of $1,095.99. And this is for this Hamilton Media Production Studio kit. And this kit comes with the camera. It comes with a microphone. It also comes with a tripod to put up the camera and a green screen backdrop. And then it comes with some software, and I can present editing software, and then also an animated software. And then it also has a folding sound isolation shield included with it. So it comes with a bunch of things that the kids can use to create their book talks, and then asking for a Chromebook in order for them to be able to edit their book talks, and then also to create their book trailers on. The target audience for this is going to be students in grades 3 through 5. So any student in those grades will be able to join and create book talks and book trailers, but I'm not going to exclude any kids that are in maybe first or second grade who would also like to create a book talk, or might want to team up with somebody in one of the upper grades, so like a fifth grader teaming up with a second grader to create a book trailer. All right, so here are the benefits. Students get to practice their public speaking. It provides respect for a diverse range of interests, so they get to learn about other books, not just one genre. It creates a caring community based on a love of reading. It exposes students to a wide variety of titles, authors, and genres. It increases comprehension. It helps to build their confidence. It helps students find the right books for them. And then students are more likely to be interested in nonfiction if they see intriguing facts are shared, and if they get to see different features in those books, such as pictures, interesting facts, maybe graphs. And then it also is going to increase reading at home and independent reading, and then increase in technology integration. So students will be able to use programs such as Chatterpix, Google Slides, Pawtoon, Animoto, and Howtoons um, to be able to create these different projects. All right, so one article that was by Murphy, it talks about how book talks can help us build community, celebrate diversity, and inspire our own writing. So it talked about how there was an increase in students working together, um, and how they were able to increase um, their enjoyment of different types of books through book talks and book trailers. In the Bachelor and Cassidy article, it talked about how they can bring students into the process of reading, encourage them to read in a genre that might not be new to them, to encourage curiosity, and to send the positive message that reading matters. In that study, they focused more on encouraging students to read different genres, and how book trailers and book talks increase the circulation in different genres. In the last article by Venton Ray, it talked mostly about creating book talks and book trailers for nonfiction books, because they found that there was a big lack of interest in nonfiction books because students are required to comprehend and analyze and evaluate nonfiction materials. And a lot of kids, even though they really did say that they enjoyed nonfiction books, only about 35% of them were checking out nonfiction books. And when they were asked why, they just claimed that nonfiction books were too long or too boring or too hard. And it also spoke about how there is a lack of exposure to nonfiction books. A lot of classroom teachers and librarians tend to focus more on fiction, and so they were trying to um, get students to do book talks and book trailers for nonfiction books to increase. So, how can we measure the impact? Well, we take MAP at the beginning of the year, and we take it at the middle of the year and the end of year. So hopefully we can see an increase in MAP scores, and then we can look at reports in the automation system and to see if there's an increase in book circulation, and maybe especially among like nonfiction titles. Also to do student surveys where students can discuss how book talks did they, or book trailers, did they convince them to um, maybe, check out a nonfiction book or a book of a different genre or by a different author. And then student responses through Flipgrid. So students can make Flipgrid videos after they read a book that maybe they chose because of a book talk or book trailer, and then they can leave a response to tell how the book trailer or book talk made them, why it made them want to choose that book. All right, thank you. If you have any questions, you can always contact me by email or here at the school or by phone. And these are my references that I used. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.